Dönmede dünya dönüyor. Bütün zerreler dönüyor.
Retirement, the final chapter. These are the adventures of the Great Banana. Its one-year mission: to explore strange new foods, to seek out new pastas, and new ways to screw things up. To boldly go where no banana has gone before.
Welcome back to another adventure of the Great Banana. Last episode you saw us leave Ibiza, and just in time too, because there was a big storm that hit. And we finally made it into Cartagena. We were just getting settled in, but now we're off to our next adventure. Okay, so we're about to embark on the next chapter of our trip. We are now on our way to, where are we going? Grenada, and where we'll stay for 3 days. So we rented a car for about 2 weeks, just getting used to the city of Cartagena. Found a good vet. We're actually in front of the vet right now. Misty is getting some blood tests done, and we found this great shopping mall behind me, and it's got a hardware store, a decathlon, and everything like that, so that's nice and convenient. The city is bigger and nicer than Marina de Ragusa. It has a bit of a different feel, so we're not sure quite yet how we like it. But so far we're just getting used to it. Boat is getting cleaned. We're doing maintenance things like cleaning the fresh water tanks when we get back. I'll be building the new passerelle version 2. And yeah, so hopefully we'll have a good trip from Grenada. We are then going to go to Cordoba, and then from Cordoba to Seville. So we're really excited about that. And when we get back, we'll start preparing our boat for accepting some guests that will be coming on board. So we're excited about that as well. Anyways, on to the next city. See you in Grenada. Okay, quick history lesson. So we're here in Grenada, the capital of the province of Grenada. And this place dates back all the way to the Roman period, where after the Romans fell, the Romanized Central Europeans were called the Visigoths, and they took over. And they were there from about 500, the 5th century to the 7th century. They were then taken over by the Moors of North Africa, an Islamic state that basically ruled there from the 7th century all the way to the 14th century. And they left their mark on history. They left some amazing architectural sites. So we're going to go visit them, but for now we are doing the cathedral in Grenada today, and then tomorrow we're doing Alhambra. So here we are in Grenada. We found that one of the best ways to see a new city is by joining one of these walking tours. This one's actually free, and so far the guide's been really good. He explained to us a bit of the history of Spain, about Grenada itself. The name Grenada comes from the Muslims who named the city of pomegranates, and is actually one of the best preserved cities because the Civil War in the 16th century didn't touch Grenada. So a lot of the stuff that we're going to see is dating back to the period. So we're going to do this for about 2.5 hours, and I'll show you some things along the way. So this scene depicts Christopher Columbus begging Queen Isabel for the 3rd time to fund his adventures and look for new lands. Queen Isabel was a flat earther, and Christopher Columbus insisted that the world was round, so there were more places to discover. She finally gave in. He got his ship, the Santa Fe, and 7 months later he discovered India. So here's what the monks did to Christianize the building. They took off that piece of plaster that had all the Arabic designs on it, and then they put in this coat of arms of I guess a Catholic sect, and then they called it they called the building ready for Christianity. So they didn't do much to it. So these dark red graffiti-looking symbols on walls around here. It's supposed to be like 17th century Tinder, where people could pay to have their names written on stone to advertise the master's program that they graduated from and the subject in which they graduated from. And so if you saw this advertisement, people would say, oh, okay, this guy is graduated with a master's degree in this field, and so it was like a Yellow Pages, so I'll hire him. But it was also a way that women could come and see this person is educated, rich, because he had to pay money to have this done. And yeah, it was a great way to try to get to know people. So we found out that we needed tickets to go see the Alhambra, and they were completely sold out. So we spent the rest of the day touring around the city, and we got really lucky because after hours and hours of trying, we got night tickets to see a certain section of the Alhambra. Wow, the sunset is going to be spectacular. I'm not sure if we're going to make it, but we are at a place called Alhambra, and this is the most toured place in all of Spain, and it took me over 4 hours of constantly refreshing on my computer to get tickets to this I guess it's a night tour of the part of the fortress. So this will be interesting. I'll take you along. We're treated with a sunset in the Nasrid Palaces. So I think we're all waiting for the same thing. The tour starts at 10 o'clock and it's about 9:15 right now. But this is probably the most impressive set of ruins or fortress that I've seen. It's definitely living up to its hype. The Nasrid Palaces was the first part of this whole Alhambra fortress. It was built by the Nasrid people, which were here before the Romans. So this is the oldest part of the archaeological site. Oh wow, it's so cool at night. Wow, the detail is incredible. This is my favorite room by far. It's beautiful. The next day, we were lucky enough to get tickets to see the main Alhambra, a massive complex of several different archaeological sites. This place is massive. Like, it's hard to tell you in words how big it is. But this is just one part of this whole area that consists of 4, I think, different sections. And where we're going to first is called General Life, which is where the sultans, the royal family, came for a retreat. It's also where they grew fruits and veggies for the whole area. And it's supposed to be the gardens, so we'll take you there. Water was a big feature in a lot of these places and garden areas, so it's an important part. Hey, check this out. So what I remember, that motif in those in that artwork, I thought they were pineapples that the guy was doing, but it's not. I guess it's these magnolia trees before they bloom. Water is such a major motif, they even have it in the stairwells and the handrails. Oh, nice. A hotel in the middle of the complex. So we're entering Alcazaba now, which is the fortress part of the complex. But check out the line for the Nasri Palaces, which is where we went last night, and it snakes all the way through there. You know, one of the good things of seeing that at night was that it's less busy. I mean, we might not have seen how it looks like during the daytime, but the nighttime was quite charming. This stairwell leads down to the dungeons. So this would have been the living quarters of the guards. And the house layout's kind of neat. I mean, there's small rooms, but I guess this would have been the entrance to the door, right? And then maybe kitchen and a whole bunch of bedrooms. And then here you would have a little tiny bathroom. So here we are back at the palace of King Charles V during the daytime though. So what do you guys think? Does it look nicer during the day or at night? So much better than those Japanese gardens in Monaco. Okay, I've romanticized the chivalry of knights in shining armor and the pageantry of the Catholic royal court for as long as I can remember. But until this week, I had no idea of how much influence the Moors from North Africa and the Islamic culture had on medieval history. It's amazing to compare and contrast these two very different societies, despite their belief in the same God, and how almost 1400 years later, some things just never change. Humanity continues to focus on cultural differences rather than share what beliefs we have in common. And as time moves on and we rush to protect these historical sites and archaeological sites, I hope everyone gets to visit some of them to gain a different perspective as I have. Okay, all done. The new passerelle. Looking good. This time we chose the color gray, and it is basically a ladder with zip ties, completely opposite to the old one. No glues, no paint, no nails, no nothing, and it's like 3 pounds.